Hello there, niggas and wiggas. Had to flip the camera around because I'm stupid. So, it's your boy, uppity white guy. I'm supposed to be at my second job today, but something happened. We're going to talk about it. As far as I know, we're going to talk about what I know, which isn't much. But so I was at my first job today. I took my computer in there and, at lunch, and I noticed I had some comments on my section. All 30 people who look at this channel. So I had some comments on it. And I said, okay. And lo and behold, about a year, it said a year ago, and I don't think it was a year ago, but it said it was a year ago. I don't think it was a year ago. It doesn't seem like it, but time goes by. I walk into work, and I got a Trump t-shirt on. And a manager who used to work there, and I'm really, to be honest with you, I'm glad she doesn't work there anymore. There, I said it. I know she didn't like me, and the only reason that I could figure is that she knew that, I was more of a Trump supporter. I didn't seem liberal, and I didn't look liberal, and she probably understood that I probably wasn't gay, which I don't give a flying fuck about. I really don't. I've said it before, I got gay friends, I don't care. But she could tell that I was probably heterosexual, and I'm white. And she's partnered with like a black person or something, and she's got mixed kids, which fine, whatever, nobody cares. But I don't think she leans to white people. Now she probably gets along with them because she has to at work, but she's one of these white people that, for whatever reason, I don't know, she leans to black people or whatever. That's whatever the fuck. I don't really care. She doesn't occupy a lot of space in my head till just recently. So I was just glad she was gone, and I didn't have to see her every Sunday, because I used to dread coming in on Sundays. Because I really didn't like, because I got the notion that she just did not like me. And I talked to this other guy at work, and he got the same exact feeling, and he's a white guy too. And he came up to me and he goes, boy, I said to him, boy, I'm glad so-and-so is gone. And he goes, me too. He goes, do you ever get the feeling that she didn't like you because you're white and straight? And he said that, and I go, yes, I did. So I'm not the only one who noticed this shit. You could tell when someone's standoffish, their behavior, or the fact that they don't want to talk. And it's not because it's all work or whatever. They just don't like you, period. And you didn't do anything. But, it's always okay to call out white people and straight people, but you can't call out a gay person for having prejudices, or you can't call out a black person for being racist, because you can't do that. It's a joke. It's a joke. I work with black people, good black people, and I've known good black people, and I don't have a problem. But the problem I have is with the others who aren't so good. The looting, the teen takeovers, and all you gotta do is look. There's not a white face in the group. Fishback, I think, that's running for governor, which he won't get, unfortunately, he said the same thing. And he goes, these are just facts. You look at the video, it's all black kids. There ain't one white one. On Facebook, I used to post a thing, and I used to go, look at these black kids misbehaving, because, well, they were. And then Facebook's, oh, you're racist, you're racist. So now every time I see kids looting, and if they're black, or one of these teen takeover videos, I post it and I'll say, look at these white kids misbehaving. Not one fucking thing from Facebook. So what's that tell you? Come on. It's bullshit. Anyone can treat white people any way they want now. And if you're straight, it's even worse, because you're horrible. I particularly think that a lot of black people I've met, not every black person. Again, what do I say all the time, guys? What do I say? It's not all of them, but it's always them. Remember? So it's not all of them. But what do I say? There's good black people. Really good black people. But a lot of black people I've met are the most racist people I've ever met in my life. I've never met as many white people that are that racist. But we have a new definition now, and they can't be racist under this new it's a crock of shit, dude. If you're racist, you're racist. And, yeah. And so, same thing with gays. I know people I work with that are gay, I know someone that may be transitioning, and to be honest with you, don't care. Bless that person. I hope they're good. I even really like this person, actually. And I wouldn't care. And if this person transitions, I'll try and get their new name right, everything else. I'll probably fuck it up, but, you know, I'll try. And, you know, and I don't care. I'll treat them the same because they're a human being. But I've met a lot of gay people that are heterophobic. Shit, they just hate you because you're heterophobic. Like, I did something to them. I never did shit to you. So, I came in with a Trump t-shirt one day. And I commented a year ago about a day in a life. My day that I had. That's all I did. I never wished anyone harm. Never. And I never threatened anybody on this video. I didn't say exactly who they were. I didn't say where I went. Oh, but you can put it together. So what if you can, asshole? But I never said, you know, hey, so-and-so. And I said, I don't like the way I'm treated. I could say that. And I can comment on my day. And how I felt about it. And how I felt about said person. I can comment on that. It's not a threat. Get over it. Bring my computer to work. Turn on. I got some comments in my section. One of them was from the manager who used to work there. One of them was from one of her, I don't know whether they were adopted kids or whatever. One of them was from one of her kids. He watched a video from over a year ago, supposedly, it doesn't seem that long ago, about my Trump t-shirt. He goes, stop talking about my moms! You better stop. First of all, kid, you're not going to do it. Second of all, I will talk about anybody I want. I don't bring up names and stuff, but if I encounter people during the day and say, hey, this guy I met that I know at work, he said this, I can fucking talk about my day. And there's nothing you can fucking do about it. Okay? I can talk about my day as long as I don't threaten to kill anybody or harm to, you know, said person. Which I never did. But like I said, you know, they commented, they told me to go change my shirt because they didn't like, because I had a picture of President Trump. But what I said is, and I'll reiterate fucking again, if it had a picture of Kamala or Obama, I bet you $10 nothing would have been said. In my opinion, nothing would have been said. Not a fucking thing. But because said person probably suffers from Trump derangement syndrome, and they think he's going to be against the gays or something, which he hasn't done anything to hurt that community. He hasn't. All he's ever done for blacks is improve them. Improve their life. That's all the fucking guy's ever done. But because they don't like him, he's not black, he's white, he shouldn't, you know, enough of this shit. We had a black president. I don't think it did well for the country. And we had one with dementia. That fucking surely didn't do much for the country. I don't agree with the Iran thing that's going on, but there's definitely stuff I don't know about, and stuff you don't know about, so we don't know the full extent of the story. But I think it's going to lead to bad stuff. So I think it's a bad play. So I will call him out when I don't agree with him. But overall, I still think he's the best president we've had in decades. Since Reagan. And there's stuff about Reagan that I didn't agree with either. But for the most part, I'll give him an 80 or 90. No president is 100%. JFK had Bay of Pigs. No president is 100%. Bar none. There's always going to be a group of people that go, why did he do that? No matter what the fuck he does, there's always going to be a group of people. So I never agree 100% with anything. People think because I'm a Trump supporter, I agree with everything. I don't. I don't agree with the Iran handling. This has gone on too long, and it's a quagmire. It's a joke. It's a painful joke that some people have died from. So I don't agree with that at all. I don't agree with, even though I wasn't born yet, what JFK did with the Bay of Pigs. Should have never even went in there. But he was duped, and I think Trump's been duped this. Presidents get duped to doing stuff. Unfortunately, they listen to bad information. They got to make calls, and sometimes it's not the right ones. And that's it. So enough. But I went in there with the President Trump t-shirt on, then I had to turn it inside out because it violated some policy. But all I said was, and all I'm saying right now, is if it had Kamala on it, had Obama on it, or it had Pride Month on it, I guarantee you nothing would have been said. I could put money on it. But because it's Trump, and this particular person probably had Trump derangement syndrome, or whatever, a mental illness, because she thinks she's going to be put in a camp, or whatever the fuck she thinks, I had to go change out my shirt. So I turned it inside out. I wasn't going to buy it. Fuck off. But there was a time when they were handing out these little pride pins. And that's what if I don't agree with that? I'm tired of hearing about it. What if it offends my beliefs? It doesn't, but what if it did? I can't complain about it. That's fucking bullshit. That's one-sided, it's two-faced, and you fucking know it. You fucking know it. What if I don't agree that gay people should have kids? I don't, but what if I did? Oh, I'm at fault because I didn't like it? I cannot like something and I can speak up about it. I'm not supposed to threaten you, but by all means, I can speak up about it. So fuck off if you don't like it. But the way the country's going, we're losing free speech little at a time, and I don't think a lot of people are paying attention. You got this Hendricks woman in Minnesota, not a bad-looking blonde girl with a kid, takes her kid to, I think 8 months ago or something, some playground, and some little black kid steals something out of the bag or something. You know, he's a little kid, and he takes something, and she called him a nigger or something. I don't agree with it, but she was angry. I get it. She called him a nigger or something. That's probably overkill, probably shouldn't have done that. But whatever. She didn't stab the fucking kid. She went to go get her shit back. It's her stuff. The kid took it. Don't know where the parent is. So this Somali guy that happens to be at the playground, and I still don't know why he was at the playground. They've never explained this, whether he had a kid. If he didn't have a kid, it's really fucking weird. Because this guy who videotaped her saying the word nigger had charges of, I think, rape against him. And he was let off by some judge. This Minnesota is a fucking mess. It's a mess. I wouldn't go 100 miles to that shithole. It's a mess. And so now she got pulled into court. But they had to find something to pull her into court. So this is what they did. They used disturbing the peace. Well, how was she disturbing the peace? Didn't look like there were many people there when I saw the video. But apparently she was disturbing the peace. And so some liberal judge that's already made very great decisions in the past fined her like $1,000 and 200 hours community service because she said a word. You see what I'm getting at? So I come home and I mention my day and what I think about my day, and now I'm feeling threatened. Not really, I'm not scared, but, you know, kid comes in, talking about my mom, Joe, like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna shoot me? We don't know. We don't know. But he put a thing that sounded kind of a little threatening. I took a look at it, I'm not too worried. He did put something up there that's a little threatening. I saved it. Comment section. In case this gets brought up. Because you gotta go to a lawyer sometime. It's not there yet, but, you know. Could be. Could be. Might have to go to a lawyer. You don't know. So, in the meantime, I was told the other day, I was brought into the office of this part-time job I work at. And they said, oh, John, you gotta go home. And I'm like, why? Violence! Violence! So apparently I'm violent. I'm not sure what it's about. I think I know, but now with this comment, could be two things. Could be either this channel, and somebody thinks I'm violent, even though I don't threaten anyone on it. These people that I don't like, and I think they, you know, we need to bring back asylums, first of all. And these other people that I don't like, that have their own prejudices, but will not admit it, and hate white people and stuff. If tomorrow there was a rapture and they all got sucked down below, I wouldn't care. I'd be like, better world without them. That's how I look at it. But I'm not saying I'd pull the lever. So if they fell down a manhole, I wouldn't be there to help them. No. But I wouldn't push them in the manhole either. That's the difference. I'm just waiting for stuff to take care of itself. Because when the world melts down, I don't think these people have prepared like I have. They don't have ammo. They don't have firearms. They don't have food. I got all this shit, niggas. And if anyone comes to my house to take it, they're going to be in for a problem. Because I'll defend my home. But other than that, I'm not going to go out on the street. I'm basically going to lock my doors and let all these retards run around until they run out of food and just drop. Because they're going to. But remember, they're going to be very dangerous because they haven't planned. And they're going to blame stuff on you. And so they're going to be very, very dangerous. So my suggestion is when we get attacked by somebody, which is coming, or financial collapse or whatever, which is coming, you'll probably see it in your lifetime. Lock your doors. Start preparing now and just lock your doors and bolt them shut. The people who didn't prepare, let them gobble each other up. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Defend yourself if you have to, but other than that, just let them gobble themselves up. Okay? But again, so I'm going to let, hopefully, nature take care of said people. But I was pulled in the office the other day, let me get back to that at work, and told that I was violent. And then what they do at this retail establishment, which they do at a lot of these jobs, they go, and I say, okay, well, we don't know. And I go, what do you mean you don't know? We don't know when it happened. We don't know what it is. I go, wait a minute. You're telling me I'm violent, but you can't tell me anything? Did I do something? We don't know. So, you gotta put up with this bullshit. They get you in an office and then tell you there's been a complaint made against you, but it's very vague and they don't know what it is, but they have to send you home, but they don't know anything. This kind of shit. Partly because I think they're stupid and they don't know. Maybe that manager didn't know. Very nice guy, by the way. Maybe he actually didn't know. And they haven't told him. But also, I think it's just partly to keep you in the dark. To keep you guessing. Well, this doesn't look like my worried face. I never threatened anybody, like I said. I never touched anybody. And I didn't throw anything at anybody. So it's either two things. One, it's his channel, and some snowflake found it, and now they're running scared because they think I hate homos, and they think I hate, untrue. And they think I'm a bad guy, and it's their prejudices that really need to be checked, but they won't do it. And so they turn me in saying I'm violent, which really, I'm in my living room, by the way. We're not at work. In the last video when I threw the water bottle, I never wished them death. I never threatened them. And I didn't even mention where I worked, and I didn't know who it was. So I couldn't threaten them anyway. And I threw the water bottle in my own living room. So I didn't chuck it all the way to work and hit somebody in the head with it. So that's kind of a little thin. But the laws are where they could just fire you for anything and then not tell you. So we're waiting and seeing. But in the meantime, we'll apply other places. Or it could be, and what I think it is, and I'm not sure, because again, they won't tell me anything. But like they said, they go, oh, we're going to have to suspend you and send you home, but we're going to pay you. So I'm like, I hope this drags on for 6 months, to be honest. I mean, fuck, you're paying me to sit here. I was supposed to work today. All I can say is thank you. Really? Come on. What the fuck am I supposed to say? I'm going to watch wrestling tonight. Normally I miss it every Monday because I got to work. Now I get to stay home and watch it and get paid. Thank you. So, my last day last week at work, we use these things. We use phones now, but my phone was charging. It was running out of juice. It wasn't going to make it. So I picked up the old handheld things that we use. They're called TCs. They're these things that you zap the customer's order with to make sure it was picked up and shit like that. Well, these things are always going out, like offline or something. I don't know what the fucking problem is. And so the last fucking person of the night it goes off. And so I have to say to the poor girl, I'm sorry, I gotta go in. I could not reset the thing, it wouldn't do it. And it just wouldn't work. So I had to go in, and keep in mind, I was about to leave, and now I have to leave the customer in a parking lot, which I didn't feel right about. She has to wait, and that's kind of a pain in the dick. You know, and I didn't want to do that to her, and I felt bad about it. So I went in there, and I slammed the fucking thing down. And I said, does anybody have one of these fucking things at work? I was pissed off. This one person comes up and gives me hers. A certain person who has been very standoffish to me for a while, and I've never said a bad word about her, ever, that I can recall. And I've never said anything to her, and I've never done anything to her. If she needed help, I would help her. So, but I think she's one of these marginalized people, for sure. She kind of looks like, when she first started, I couldn't tell whether she was a boy or a girl. I honestly couldn't tell. She's a girl. And she handed me hers. But she had this weird look on her face. So I think it shocked her. I didn't even know she was there. I didn't know she was there. So I didn't do it intentionally in front of her to scare her or anything. Like, I didn't know she was there. I'm like, oh, thanks. She handed me hers. Like, I didn't know. She popped out of nowhere. And I guess she saw me slam the thing. And, so this is what I think it's about. I think she reported me because I'm violent, because I slammed the thing down. It's very thin, but again, these businesses, they'd rather fire you than bring lawyers in, so we'll see what happens. But I think that's what it is. But it could be the channel too, so we don't know. I'm getting a threat from somebody's kid saying don't talk about my mom, and it sounds a threat. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. I don't think he's outside with a gat or anything, but I don't know if the kid could pick one up, so I'm not too threatened about it. But the thing is, it sounds like a threat. So we're gonna take a picture of that on the screen and keep it for lawyer purposes, just if we have to. I got his handle and everything else, so we'll keep that. But I'm not going to pursue it if nobody comes after me or anything. I got other shit to do. And again, you know, to this kid who commented, if you want to watch my channel, watch it. I don't really give a shit. You don't have to watch it, kid. It's okay. I don't care if your parents are fucking gay. I really don't. But it's prejudice people have against other people. And I know the way these kids are raised nowadays, that gays can't be prejudiced, blacks can't be racist. It's not true. They're all just human beings. They can all have the same thing. And so I know that a lot of times the way these young people think that I'm the evil white guy, it's a crock of shit. And I think this person who reported me for violent behavior, which I guess maybe slamming the handheld thing down was violent behavior, I'm not sure. I think I know who they are, and I'm not making a threat, I'm not making anything, I just think I know who they are. And I think they have prejudices against me. Maybe it's racist, I don't know. But it's my belief that they do. So we'll see how this comes out in the wash. But I'm getting really sick and tired of these people getting away with stuff and then claiming they don't act that way. They're full of shit, and there's way too many of them acting like that. Way too many. We need parents back in the home. We need to teach these kids not to be racist, not to be heterophobic, and not to hate white people, which built most of your society. We need to teach them correct history. For instance, colonization brought sanitation, plumbing, the stuff to the world that didn't have it. So no, they didn't go over there and just take stuff. They also taught the natives how to do this shit that they didn't know. If it wasn't for the white man going over there, really, to be honest with you, they probably wouldn't know how to wipe their asshole today. Not gonna lie. But they don't teach this history. What they teach us, the white man went over there and did horrible things, and the white man also brought technology, industrialization, But they don't teach this stuff. And so we need to start teaching these kids civics in school. We need to start teaching them right. We need to start teaching them cursive, because they can't even sign their names. They're so stupid. And we need to start teaching them communism is not good. It has never won, and it's killed many people. But they try and say, you know, oh, these kids are so, you know, humanitarian, and they're so this and they're so that. But they're voting for communists, which communism has killed tens of millions of people. These kids are just too fucking stupid. I had a discussion at this job a while back with young people, and not one of them even knew who Mussolini was. They didn't know who he was. I was shocked. I shouldn't have been, but I was. Their education is so fucking bad now, and that's not entirely their fault. But they need to look up proper history. I'm on YouTube half the time, and I'm seeing really black people that go, oh, I was never taught this, and it's not entirely their fault, but they're learning stuff about history like, oh, I thought only white people did it. Like, this is what they think. And their education is terrible. And this is a problem. We've let the left take over schools, and this is what you get. So anyway, that's my life right now. I got somebody probably threatening me on YouTube, which if you do this kind of channel, you're going to get threats. But yeah, I got some young kid threatening me now on YouTube. I'm going to catalog that and take pictures of that. And, you know, I got someone at work that says I'm violent, and they won't tell me why. That's really cute. If I ever accused them of something they didn't do, holy shit, they'd be hanging me from the nearest, you know, light post. But they could just do all this stuff. If you're gay, if you're not white, you could just accuse people of anything. And it flies. That, niggas, is the truth. Alright, have a good day, niggas and wiggas. I'm gonna upload this shit and then take a picture of that threat. Have a good day!